Welcome back to the podcast. Today's episode is something that might make you a little bit uncomfortable, but it's absolutely necessary to hear if you truly want to unlock the next level of your life and your business. Now, if you've subscribed to my newsletters, you'll know that yesterday I shared a quote that sparked a lot of commentary in my inbox. And the quote that I shared was, if you want to find the bottleneck in your life and business, look in the mirror. Now, if you've ever felt stuck, if your business isn't growing the way that you want it to, if your life feels cluttered and the tasks that you have or all the to-dos really feel like you're not getting anywhere, you're kind of just spinning your wheels, aka this is busy work, this is the non-productive work that we've been talking about. This might be you. That bottleneck might be you. And today we're going to talk about why this is, why this happens, and what you can do about it. So if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Flora, certified simplification coach and 7-time author. And for over 27 years, I've been helping high-achieving women like you align into a life and a business that you are wildly obsessed with. So one of the biggest barriers that I see time and time again is that most people don't recognize the clutter that they're drowning in. And that's why we're doing this series of podcasts, because clutter truly is that thing that can create massive blind spots in your life that you just all of a sudden just don't recognize that it's there. So most people assume that if they're not reaching their goals, it's an external problem. Like, well, I need a better marketing strategy, or I just don't have enough time. And if I had more time, then I could do it. Or if I could just hire the right team member, then I know things would start to flow. More often than not, the real bottleneck is your own clutter, and it's the clutter that you don't even see. Several weeks ago, I did a video about finding the hidden clutter in your home. If you haven't watched that video, I'll post it after this video so that you can watch it. It's such a game changer and really truly allows you to find that hidden clutter within your physical space. Now, as you know from watching these videos and listening to my podcast, there are 9 types of clutter that can be clogging up your life and your business. Some examples of each of these 9 types of clutter is mental clutter, which is the overthinking, the second guessing. Also, information overload, which is huge nowadays. The second type of clutter is emotional clutter. This is holding on to past failures. And another big one for that is avoiding difficult conversations. Digital clutter, we talked about this previously, overflowing inboxes, having way too many apps, and having super scattered files on your devices. Number 4 is financial clutter. This is not knowing your numbers and avoiding having money conversations with yourself and others in your life. The next type of clutter, which I have a fabulous free gift on my website for, it's called daily clutter. And this is saying yes to too many things and overscheduling. This, again, clogs up people's days, clogs up your bandwidth. It clogs up literally everything when you're completely packed day in and day out. The next type of clutter is body clutter. This is ignoring the stress signals from your body and you're running on fumes. Maybe you don't go to the bathroom. Maybe you don't eat. Maybe you don't get enough sleep. There's all kinds of body clutter that can be contributing to your bottleneck. Another one is process clutter. This is doing things the way that you've always done it, whether it's working or not, just because that's how you've always done it. And you fail to look at the process in which you do stuff and say, is there a simpler way? Is there an easier way? I've got several podcasts just about process clutter. Another one is environmental clutter. This is the messy workspace. This is the messy house. This is literally half the videos that I do here on YouTube is about clearing the environmental clutter. And lastly, spiritual clutter. This is following outdated beliefs that keep you stuck, and also really not giving yourself permission to learn about other faiths, to strengthen your own and have compassion and empathy and understanding of where other people are coming from in their spiritual beliefs. Now, you might be drowning in one if not several of these types of clutter. And the worst part is most people are so used to all this clutter that they don't even really truly see it anymore. So here's an example of what this looks like in life and in your business to find out if you really are the bottleneck in why things aren't moving the way that you want them to and why you're really not getting the results that you truly want. Last year, I started working with someone who was making 6 figures, and she had said that she had hit a wall. And she came to me and she's like, Flora, I'm absolutely maxed out. I do not have time to scale, and that's really what I want to do. And she goes, no matter what I try to implement, I just can't seem to make it work. So after we dug into her schedule, I realized that like 60% of the stuff that she was doing throughout the day and throughout the week, she really had no business doing. She was handling customer service issues all by herself. She was manually sending invoices, and she was also answering emails that should have been put in just a simple FAQ page. But here's the kicker. When I pointed this out to her, she resisted, saying, I really just don't trust anybody else to do it. That, my friends, is process clutter and mental clutter at play. So we worked through that resistance. I helped her streamline her operations, and within a couple of months, she was actually able to save over 15 hours a week. And after that, because she had so much more time during the day and during her work week, what she was able to do is reach out to a couple potential clients that she had kind of put on the back burner. She signed them on and doubled her income within that 2-week time frame after she freed up those 15 hours. So if you're feeling stuck and you're like ready to really just make that move, I have 3 questions that I want you to ask yourself, and it's a very quick exercise. So the first thing is, ask yourself, what's the biggest frustration in my life or in my business right now? And get really honest with yourself, because if you're not brutally honest with yourself, this is not going to work, okay? So number 1, again, ask yourself, what is the biggest frustration that I have right now in my life or in my business? Now, question number 2 is I want you to dig a little bit deeper, okay? What am I actually doing? What am I not doing that might be contributing to this? So what am I doing or what am I not doing that is contributing to this? And the third question, and again, get brutally honest with yourself, am I holding on to tasks, beliefs, or habits that are keeping me stuck? Am I holding on to tasks, beliefs, or habits that are keeping me stuck? This is, I always say this, but this is massive. It is. This is massive because every single week I work with people. And that's one of the things that I hear them say is, oh my God, Flora, this is massive. This is huge. I can't believe this one thing was causing such a hullabaloo in my life. So your next breakthrough is not about adding more. It is not about adding more. It's about removing the clutter. It's about removing what is no longer necessary and what's no longer serving you. If you're feeling resistance to this, this is a sign that it means that there's something here for you. It truly is. And the moment that you stop looking outside of yourself for the problem and instead start identifying and clearing your own clutter is when that real transformation begins. And that is one of the things that I help you do, is help you to recognize what clutter is actually coming into play in your life and or if you have your own business, in your business. And because of this, I have opened up spots in my calendar for complimentary clutter review sessions. This is when we take a real honest look at where you are, where you want to be, and the clutter that's getting in the way that's usually hiding in plain sight that needs to shift in order for you to catapult forward and in order for you to go and get those results that you've been trying to get on your own. So click the link in the description, book your session now. Also, if this episode spoke to you, I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what's the one area in your life and business where you might be the bottleneck? And what's one shift that you think that you can make to clear out that Clutter. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you found today's episode helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you know every single time an episode is released. For more support and resources, click the links below.